5 Insightful Broccoli Facts. Did you know that George H.W. Bush abhorred broccoli to the point where he forbade it on board Air Force One? Some people adore it, while others despise it to the point where they try to outright outlaw it. And yeah, we are discussing broccoli. As a member of the Brassicaceae family, the broccoli plant is a distant relative of the common cabbage. The stalk and blossoms rather than the leaves are the primary edible components of broccoli, although you can eat them too. What is it about broccoli that it is so contentious, and why? We'd best examine it more carefully and find out. 1. The Romans placed a high importance on broccoli. Contrary to popular belief, broccoli has a much longer history. Similar to many other vegetables we consume today, broccoli was developed through selective breeding from a variety of different plants. The Etruscans, a pre-Roman Italian culture, are credited with the invention of this vegetable. Around the 6th century BC, the Etruscans began growing the crop. The love of broccoli was one among the many features of Etruscan culture. 2. It was known as Italian asparagus in England. As we've already mentioned, broccoli is related to cabbage and belongs to the same family as Brussels sprouts, kale, collard greens, and kohlrabi. Even yet, when the vegetable first arrived in England, it was mistakenly thought to be related to asparagus. Despite being a favorite cuisine of the Romans, it appears that it took a while for it to travel outside of Italy. For instance, the first mention of it in France dates back to the 1500s. It was remained comparatively unknown in England more than 200 years later, even though a well-known gardening lexicon referred to it as Italian asparagus. 3. Broccoli didn't become popular in the US until the 1920s. Broccoli didn't become widely available until much later in the 1920s, when Italian immigrants brought it over and started eating it frequently. Before it became a little more popular, Italian immigrants and their descendants consumed. 4. George H.W. Bush prohibited the use of broccoli on Air Force One. Some individuals despise broccoli, and then there are those who despise it so much that they openly swear they would never eat it again. Unbelievably, that man was George H.W. Bush, the 41st President of the United States of America. I kid you not when Bush said, "I don't like broccoli, and I haven't liked it since I was a kid and my mother had me eat it, and I'm President of the United States, and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli," during a press conference. When questioned about his decision to forbid the vegetable from any flights on Air Force One, he responded in this way. 5. Broccoli is really healthy for you. First things first, broccoli can be wonderful if it is properly prepared. George H.W. Bush is probably among those who loathe it the most because they have only ever eaten it when it was grossly overcooked and mushy. The truth is that broccoli is highly healthy. In fact, the phrase superfood is frequently used to describe it. In addition to being a good source of calcium, potassium, and vitamin B6, it is also high in protein, fiber, and vitamin C. Additionally, it is rich in antioxidants, healthy for digestion, and even has cancer prevention claims.